Hi everybody, it's Miss Lisa. We're here to do some more cooking this time, and we are in fall, my favorite season, so that means pumpkin. So today we're making pumpkin bread with chocolate chips. Okay, we have everything out here that we need for our pumpkin bread with chocolate chips. We have our all-purpose flour. We have our white sugar, our brown sugar. We have nutmeg and cinnamon, our baking powder, our baking soda, a little bit of salt, 2 eggs, our chocolate chips, milk, vegetable oil, and of course the star of the show, our pumpkin. Okay, it's time to add all of our dry ingredients to our bowl here. We've got our flour, our sugar, that's white sugar, obviously, and now we've got our brown sugar. Brown sugar adds a nice little extra flavor that you don't get with just plain white sugar. We've got our nutmeg. Smells so good. We've got our cinnamon, baking powder, and baking soda, and our salt. My salt is a little bit pink. I don't know if you can tell that, but it's called Himalayan pink salt. I love it. It has a little different flavor, but it actually has more minerals in it, so it's a healthier salt. Okay, so let's take our whisk now. You can use a spoon if you want to, but I like to get those lumps out of the sugar. Let's just mix that together. Now it's time for our wet ingredients in this bowl. Let's put the star of our show in here first. Look at all that beautiful pumpkin. Now this is just pumpkin puree. It doesn't have anything added. It's not the pumpkin pie mix. That already has the spices in it with the sugar. This is just the plain pumpkin. Let's get that in our bowl. There it is. Looking so pretty and orange. Now we'll add just a little bit of milk. Add our oil. Vegetable oil, canola oil is fine too. You can make it with butter as well, melted butter, but I'm using oil today. And then we've got our 2 eggs. So I'm going to crack these and try to be careful so that I don't get shell in there. If I ever do get shell in there, do you know the trick is you can take part of the shell. Let's say I had a little piece in there, which I don't today. You can actually scoop it out. It'll come right out. Isn't that neat? It'll come right out and stick to that shell. That's a great trick to know when you're baking, because you probably have times when you will get a little bit of shell in there. There's our 2 eggs. Okay, let's mix this up. I usually just break those yolks first. Makes it easy. And then we just mix. And we mix and we mix until it's pretty much incorporated. Of course, we'll mix it more when we add it to our dry ingredients, so we don't have to worry that it's 100% mixed right now. So we've mixed up our wet ingredients, and here's our dry ingredients. So we're just going to add this a little bit at a time. Don't add it all at once. That makes it a little bit hard to mix, and you can get lumps that way. So let's just add a little bit. Stir it around, or use your stand mixer if you're using your stand mixer just on low. Because if you're using it too high, your stand mixer too high, and you're adding flour, it's liable to go all over you and all over the kitchen. So add a little bit at a time, mixing after each addition. Oh, it's looking nice. And I think I'll go ahead and just finish that off. Okay, and here I go. The last bit to add in. And after mixing, it's going to be kind of thick, you know, because this is a bread after all, isn't it? It's not pudding, it's not cookies, it's a bread mix. So it'll be kind of thick, but you'll see after you stir it around, you shouldn't see any flour. Make sure you scrape the bottom really well and the sides. Do that even if you're using a stand mixer. Get your spatula and make sure you get all of that off and into your bowl. We're ready to add our batter now to our loaf pan. I'm just using a small loaf pan today. Yours might be bigger. Let's just put it in there. That's looking delicious. All right, that's looking good. All right, let's put some chocolate chips in there. You can make this, of course, without the chocolate chips if you don't want the chocolate chips. But this kind of adds a nice little extra touch. You're going to bake this in your oven at 350 for anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes. It depends on your oven, and it also depends on the size of your loaf pan. So to make sure it's done, you would just stick a toothpick in the center and go straight down and straight up. If it comes out clean, you know your bread is done. So here's our finished product. Look at that beautiful pumpkin bread with chocolate chips. I hope that your family enjoys it. Happy fall! Thank you for cooking with me today. Happy fall, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.